And this next matchup, I think, is going to be really fun. Really fun matchup. It's going to be great to watch. We have the surprising Arizona Cardinals against the little bit disappointing team of the Lions in Arizona, with Detroit being a 3-point favorite, as it says on ESPN Bet, and the over-under being 51.5. So Arizona surprising everybody, putting a show on last week, putting up good numbers. Murray looks like he's back, fully 100% healthy from that injury. Marvin Harris Jr. had his come-out game last week. Looked just like his father, a little more explosive, obviously. And Connor, their running back, looks really good, really great. The defense with the problem with the Cardinals is their defense. Also, want to mention the Arizona tight end, good tight end, good young tight end. He's gonna have a great future in this league. But yeah, Arizona's problem is their defense. You know, they're little shaky in the back end there. So that's something that Detroit can counter with. Detroit, has the weapons. They have Gibbs, Montgomery, they have Williams, they have the tight end, Laporta, I believe, and they have St. Brown. St. Brown hasn't been as good as he is in the last, hasn't been as consistent as he's always has been. But, and Jared Goff is consistent, steady, so, that's great. And they have a great offensive line. I mean, they did lose last week, but, I think they will have a bounce back because I think they're going to be one of the better teams of this week. But to get to some numbers here, our Arizona is 5-3 against the spread at home as underdogs since 2003. And currently, right now, the Cardinals are 2-0 against the spread this season. It's only 2 games, but being 2-0 is great. And the Lions are 1-1 against the spread. Lions have a lot of injuries. Not injuries, but they're beat up. Davenport's beat up. He's questionable. Their tight end, their corner they drafted, Arnold, is questionable. St. Brown is questionable. So all these guys are a bit beat up, The Cardinals have I've written down here, they're ranked number 5th in the leagues in yards per game. They're number 2 in scoring. They have a balanced attack. So with the combinations with Connor and Marvin Harrison Jr. and Murray and their solid tight end, that young kid, and Wilson, that's not bad. That is not a bad offense, So they could put up some good numbers. That's why the number is so high here, And their defense is not so great, but they still rank 13th in leagues in opponent yards per play allowed. So it's not terrible, And I think the Lions, you gotta watch. They're a high flying team. If Williams gets behind everybody, he's gonna catch it. It's gonna touchdown after touchdown. And St. Brown's great for right there being in the middle. I'm not sold on their secondary, even with their first round pick they got. I called it. Their secondary is still not that great. They lost Gardner Johnson to the Eagles as well. He's a bit of a ball hawk, and he brings a spice to a defense with his loud mouth and just getting other players to get mad at him, the opponent players. So losing him was not so great. The Lions have lost 21 of their last 24 road games against the NFC West. That's something to look at. The underdogs have won each of the last 2 games between the Lions and Cardinals. And the Cardinals have covered the spread in each of the last 5 games in September. And the Lions have failed to cover the spread in the 4 of their last 5 games as favorites against the NFC West. So I think you guys know where I'm going with this. I think the Cardinals are surprising people. I think a lot of people have a lot of juice still on the Lions. I think because they're beat up a little bit, and I also don't trust their secondary. The over, I was kind of leaning towards. It's a lot to ask for 51.5, but I do like a lean to the over. I think this is going to be a 28-27 game, 28-31 kind of game. But I do like the Cardinals to win money line. I would take them on the money line, but if you're a little suspect on that, I would take the Cardinals then plus the 3.5 at home. It's just gonna be a fun and exciting game. I won't be surprised if the Detroit pull it out, but I think the Arizona are gonna keep it really close and to potentially win the game outright. So I think I'm gonna take that 3.5 and also pick the money line as well.